Welcome to Duke United Show, and it's the preview to the EFL Cup semi-final first leg versus Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. Man United go there today, 8 p.m. kickoff, and we're expected to go and win that game and obviously book our place. Well, book half of our place in the finals. Garf, how are you doing today?
Good, mate. And I'd go as far as to say I'd like to see us book our place in the finals today with a solid 3-0 win at the City Ground, to be quite honest with you. So you're not that wrong. Their form, the way we're playing, take away the last game, and even then we weren't bad. I think we should be able to roll them over. So, but again, it's a cup semi-final. You never know, do you? So you never know.
Exactly. So there you have it, guys. If you don't know, you already should be knowing by now. EFL Cup semi-finals. It's called English Football League, and it's Carabao, isn't it? So Carabao is the
sponsor. Yeah. It's a bit like
time, I was putting up the name, and then I was like, wait a minute, is it Carabao Cup or EFL Cup?
Mate, I'm old enough to remember it being the Coca-Cola Cup, mate. You know what I mean? Was it the Milk Cup?
Yeah,
the Cardi Cup. Yeah, Milk Cup. Yeah. Rumbelows Cup. All of it, mate. Worthington Cup.
Worthington. Yeah, so many different cups. But look, we're playing Nottingham Forest. We know who they are, what they're all about. Let's take a look at where they are in the league first of all. We know it's a cup game, but we've got to see what their real form is in real life right now. They were the first team we come back to play against, weren't they? And we beat them at Old Trafford. So after the World Cup, so we've done the job already once. We need to do it again, but away from home. As you can see, we are sitting in fourth at the moment. Now our kind of recent results are not looking as good. We've had a loss and a draw and 3 wins. See how quickly things can change. But still, we're still playing some good stuff. And we're still, obviously, favourites to win all these other games. But Nottingham Forest, you can see they're 13th in the table with 5 wins from 29 losses. They've scored 16 goals and let in 35. So, it's pretty, it's obviously not great. But again, they have picked up a bit there because they used to be right near the bottom, didn't they? So they were struggling to get any points. So they've picked up. They've done quite well. Yeah. But in terms of the EFL Cup, last result, remember it was Wolves. They beat Wolves. It was 1-1 after extra time. And we know how good Wolves have been. So for them to draw with them, not how good they are, but how a tougher game it was for us. And then to win, obviously, on penalties 4-3. That's what happened with them. And take a look at their top goal scorers. So you've got Brennan Johnson, who's the top goal scorer at the moment with 6 goals. Let's take that banner off for now. 6 goals. If you want to say Awoniyi, he's second with 5 goals. And you've got Sam Surridge, who's got 3 goals. So their finishing rate, goal conversion rate is not too bad. They're on 21% at the bottom. Brennan, who's got the most, he's on 18%. So 50% shot ratio for the second and third. 67, not too bad. Not too bad. We can't let these kind of guys get chances. Otherwise, we could see balls flying in. So not too good. Does that worry you, or do you feel any worry at all? Or going to the same round? Is that 6?
That's the only thing, though. Obviously, we're away, but our defence should be able to deal with them. Again, obviously it's a football match, so it can happen. No, it doesn't. There's not the greatest scoring record. They're not getting their chance conversion is decent, but they're not getting that many chances. That's what I'd say. So as long as we, our back line of Wan-Bissaka, Martinez, Maguire, and Varane and Luke Shaw should be able to deal with that. I'm hoping anyway. But again, I don't know if Ten Hag's going to play. You might see Maguire and Lindelof in that team tonight, mate. You really might. You know what I mean? You might see Butland in goal.
Yeah. So this is the thing, though, Garf. Like Man United, this is the team we played against Charlton. So look at our team. We had Heaton in goal. Malacia, Martinez, and Maguire played. So I wouldn't be surprised if them two played and Wan-Bissaka played at right back. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Fred and McTominay again. Obviously, we want to see Casemiro back in there. I think he will shore things up a bit there because McTominay didn't have the best of games against Arsenal. I can see. Can you see Elanga playing up front or on the right? I got a feeling.
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Listen, I don't. I wouldn't, Nath. I know we've got a lot of games coming over a short period of time and everything, but this is a semi-final and we've been trophyless for too long, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I would play my ultimate strongest team. I really would. The league is gone and we're in a good position for Champions League. Let's be fair about it. You know what I mean? So I truly would play my strongest 11 possible. De Gea and goal. Like, we'll get into it, but yeah. But I can see it. I can see Heaton playing. Or Butland playing. I can see Maguire or Lindelof playing. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can easily see Fred, McTominay. I can see it. There's no two ways. I think Casemiro does start because he missed the last game. But I can see it being Eriksen being dropped because he looked tired in the last game. In fact, Eriksen I think will be dropped for this game because of how tired he looked in the last game. And then that does hold out hope for me that we might see Palestri and Garnacho up there though as well. So the flip of that coin of us playing Lindelof and Maguire at the back, we might get to see those two up top with Rashford. You know what I mean? So Rashford through the centre, them either side of him.
I'm trying to look.
Or Elanga, obviously.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it from a situation of how do you bring in the youth but still remain like totally favourite against these. Like, no matter what, we're going to beat them because we've got too much on the field. I think if you put a Fred McTominay in there and a Langer in there and you start throwing too many, you then start you're evening up the playing field. And they are a Premiership side. So
exactly,
you go with that kind of side, you're looking at, you could get beat. I don't want us to get beat. And you go down 1-0 and then it's like fighting to get back. And then it's Old Trafford. You have to win. You have to score. And they get a goal. You know, they're the games where they get a goal out of nothing. And you're just hoping that they don't, you lose. You might win at Old Trafford, but because you lost at City or whatever, you end up losing the game with the last minute goal from somewhere. And we don't need that. We don't want to see any of that. I want to see a nice comprehensive victory. Take off our players early as you want if we can do the job as quick as we want. And then let these other boys come in here and do their job. So, I don't want to see 3 names that are young in that front 3 like that have never really done the job. That's
a fair shout, man.
You look
and like I said, it's Premier League team, Nate. Premier League team. You can't sleep on this. Isn't Charlton? No offense to Charlton, League One team. This isn't. So again, I'd play the strongest team possible, like you say, mate. And then if we get a 3-0 win, you can talk about playing these kids in the return leg at Old Trafford. You know what I mean? When we've got a nice bumper, or like you're saying, 2-0 up half time. Introduce Palestri, introduce Lindelof. Like it's more now. With these running games coming up, some players do need rests. You know what I mean? I usually scoff at the idea of footballers needing rests, but with this many games over 30 days, mate, then that's a different matter entirely. You know what I mean? I think someone works out. We're playing a game once every 2.9 days or something over the next.
You know what? You know what's weird? It's because I'm trying to look back here, and I'm going. I played Tuesday, Saturday every week, like near enough, and that was Championship. So I'm like going. 46 games in a season, no problem. Like, it was no problem. I was never tired at the next game. Like, you got 2 days to recover. You're set. You're ready to go again. You're not going to be tired going on the field after 2 days. If it was 1 day, like, let's say you play on a Friday, then Sunday, that's tough, But the minute you've got an extra day, you're set. You're recovered. So I don't like waiting 1 whole week for a game either. I hate waiting a week for a game.
Oh, no,
Saturday to Saturday. And it's like, I feel it's like the manager, if he can manage the minutes on the pitch. So you start with your first team, 60 minutes, you're up nicely. Take off some of the players. Now they've rested. It's like training session. 60 minutes of football. It's training. That's what we do. Training every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. You're doing a bit of a hard session, and that's what you do if there's no game anyway. So. I just think I think people throw that around a bit too much nowadays. But you're right, there is loads of games being played. So you got to be careful about injuries and stuff like that. So you can get fatigued. But the last thing I want to mention on that is Liverpool. They won the league and they did so well for 3 years with the exact same starting 11 every week. It seemed like they never changed anything. No one got injured. Everything was fine. They won the league. They ripped up the place. So they can do it. I think everyone else can.
Yeah, but I think Liverpool did exactly what you're talking about, Nath, is that you'd see Klopp making changes, 60, 65 minutes, bringing on like, I can't think of who they had, but when they had like a Shaqiri, he used to come on. No, that ain't Klopp, but you know what I mean? Like that sort of player would come on for the last 25, 30 minutes. But listen, I'm fully with you. Like I said to start with, I don't believe in fatigue in play, mate. I used to play 3 times a week, mate. You know, like literally, and I'm fit as anything. My knees like creak as I walk out, get out of bed, mate. So, but yeah, I used to play 90 minutes on a Sunday, 90 minutes on a Saturday, mate, and then a 5-a-side on a Wednesday. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I don't believe it, but it's more now. The niggles when I'm sure you know better than him. When you're at this level, the niggles you get and you keep playing on it, it compounds, and then it becomes a real injury. Martial, that's exactly what I'm talking about here, innit? You know what I mean? And you just can never get fit.
You know what? I'd love to know what is wrong with him, so then I can at least understand like what the problems he's getting, because it's like he came back, he was fit, nothing has happened to him, yet he's injured and he's struggling again. I'm like, I know there's an Achilles. You know, I think I did hear that there's Achilles issue. Achilles is dirty. I'm telling you, mate. Dirty. It comes and goes, and it is so painful, and you have to like sit and rest and not do much. And as soon as you come back and you get, even if someone like steps on the back of your heel, you are gone, mate. So if that is what he's got, I can understand that he's got a problem that really needs some kind of real work to it for him to get over that. And sometimes I'm not sure you can get over it fully 100%. So just don't want that kind of thing to snap. But look, our top goal scorers, Rashford's on 17. Absolutely flying. 5 Bruno, Anthony Martial 5, and so is Anthony 5 as well. So for some reason I still got Anthony Martial's name, because their both name is Anthony anyway. So I can put Anthony in there as well. So yeah, I want to see him. Speaking of Anthony, I want to see him do his job today. I know we were speaking about it in the group, but yeah, I think I don't know what you think, but obviously we do, because we had the chance. But yeah,
the people don't know what I think. The people don't know what I think. So
yeah, but what we were saying, I think I'll mention it again on here because it only makes sense. I think Anthony is becoming. He's not playing as well as we want him to, but we can see what he has about him, and we need to play to his strengths and not expect him to do things that he can't do. So in terms of get on the ball, beat someone on the outside, that's not his game. So let's not stop. Let's not hope that he can do that. It's like asking Beckham, beat your man, beat him. No, even if he's quick, it doesn't mean he's going to beat his man. So I'm thinking, let's play to his strength. So if I was the manager, I'll be looking at him going, what do you do best? You can wiggle. You're nice like that. You've got nice little jinks, and you're quick and fast twitch, and you can get a good shot off. So let's get you cutting inside as much as possible into those positions where the players have to be dragged out, where an overlapping right back can come, and then you can start cutting in, and then they have to go with the man who's overlapping. Then it leaves you open to do what you're doing. If they cut off you, you play him in the right back. If they don't cut you off, you do 1-2s with the striker, or you try and get your shot off. And that's the kind of position I'd want to try and get Anthony in as much as possible, because that's his game. And as I said to you before, I've been playing him up front on FIFA, and he's been absolute dynamite. And I'm like, every time I do this stuff on FIFA, it comes true. I'll give you an example. I put Shaw at the back, centre back before. I put Valencia at right back before he became a right back at United. I started doing that because our players weren't capable enough on the game. Vidic was all slow, couldn't play him. And I was like, nah, I'm not playing you. Get out. I'm putting this guy here, and I'm putting Valencia right back. And it happened. And in real life, it's happening. So I'd like to see him be a forward, more of an inside right forward, and more, not white out ride. Yeah, you hug the touchline. Forget that. Get inside and get in the danger areas where whenever you pick it up, you can jink and get your shot off. You want to run in behind someone slots you in, and it's just a finish. It's not your one-on-one with someone. You're just pulling away from your centre-back and you're shooting. So anyway, that's what I think. What do you think?
I agree with you entirely. Like I said in the chat, mate, thinking about it, looking at it, I don't. I think we discussed obviously the overlapping fullbacks as well. I think at the moment in this team, Anthony is wasted on the right wing, and not just as he's wasted, it brings the rest of the team down. That's too harsh to say. I ain't got the right words, but you know what I mean. He is ineffective in that position with the personnel he's got around him at the moment. So I don't see any reason not to give him a chance through the centre. I really don't. I think Weghorst has been exactly what I said Weghorst would be since he turned up. We've only seen 2 games, obviously, and I think he's all right. I really do. I think this is a player that we can get bits out of, but he's very immobile. Let's be fair about it. You know, I mean, it looks like he's running through treacle. He is what he is. He is what he is. He's a big man up top. He is what he is. So, yeah, something different with Anthony. And again, with Rashford on one side, and then you play whoever on the other side. You know what I mean? Out of all of the options we've got, I can see it working. Yeah, I can. I can see it working. Again, no, it's one of them ones. I'm beginning to realise our squad depth is not as great as I thought it was. Like our squad depth is actually for Ten Hag's system is actually pretty lackluster.
Yeah.
So he needs a big summer as well. He does. So no, listen. I'm sure Anthony will kick on. I really am. I really do. I think he's a talented young player. I think at the moment he's desperately trying to figure out his position in this team. And I don't. You're an ex-pro, mate. Does that ever happen? Like you've been brought into a team and you think you know what it is you're there to do, and then you get there and you're like, oh no, this is completely different to all my expectations, and my game's suffering because of it. Yeah,
it happened massively for me. I think the main one that happened to me was at Watford. I was at Wigan. I was at Wigan. I had wingers. I had an amazing winger in Gary Teal, pacey guy, cross balls in. I was known for heading balls in, scoring loads of headers, and like proper headers. I went to West Brom and we played a different way, even though the players were better. If you say, Jonathan Greening on the left, you had Zoltan Gera on the right. They can put balls in with quality, but it wasn't balls where the defense was stretched. We're never like pacing them out and crossing it. It was everyone's in the box and they were cutting back, and then crossing balls in. Then I can't score any headers. And I'm like, but I'm known for headers, but nobody in that club knew me for heading. Then I go to Watford, and this is where the worst thing happens, is the football is completely different. I'm used to intricate football because that's West Brom. And I come to the team where the manager just wants route one. He wants route one only. And I'm like, wait a minute, why did you buy me for then if you wanted to play route one? I don't get it. So that's the difference. And then I realized what makes a good manager. So then it started clicking in my head about looking at Sir Alex Ferguson and what he used to do and how he used to bring in horses for courses. He used to bring in the right player for the right game. He used to play a certain way of football in European games. You always saw Park Ji-sung playing. You see these players playing and you're thinking, that's not my first team. But then he's like, but that's my team to beat that team. And that's the way I want to play. I need him to do this, him to do that. And that's a great manager. I think Ten Hag's obviously got that. And I think he's trying to do something, but I'm sure he's thinking the same as what we're thinking. We're looking on the pitch going, you brought Weghorst in. How come no one is feeding him to his strengths? Because he is redundant if you don't feed him to his strengths. He's had no chances because no one's put a quality ball in the box. If Arsenal if he was in Arsenal's side, the way they put them balls in, they're dirty balls, even if no one's in the box. You know them balls that come in and they're tasty balls, even though no one's there, like, oh, and they're like struggling to get it. That's the kind of balls United need to start doing. And I'm sure he's going to make sure Anthony cuts in and starts putting quality balls in. And maybe he can get Rashford to start doing stuff like that. But I can't see Rashford being that type of player because he's never been that player. I can see Anthony doing it because I think that's what he used to do to cross in for Haller at Ajax. So hopefully he can do that. And then we get the best out of him. But yeah, it is about horses for courses.
I don't think Rashford needs to do it because Luke Shaw's exceptional at overlapping and getting that cross in as well. So that's a different. 100%. Yeah, I agree with you entirely, man. I don't see why we've got him if we're not going to start like exactly what you just said, putting some crosses onto his head to nut him down. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
James actually jumped in the show. Well, good to see you, James. He says, why is everyone underestimating Forrest at home? Unbeaten since September 16th, and it includes Liverpool, Spurs, and Chelsea. Can't afford to rest many players at all. I'll be almost full strength. Exactly what we were saying earlier. We want to go in there and not even it up by taking too many first teamers out of this team. We need to go in there, all guns blazing, start winning the game, get a cushion, and then look at who can play. Because this is a semi-final. There's no messing about in the semi-finals. We've got to get the job done. Simple as that. So yeah.
I think that's exactly right. I'd be as close to full strength as possible. Maybe play Butland or Tom Heaton because that seems to be the vogue thing you do. You know what I mean? You play your second or third goalkeeper in this game, but no, 100%. I mean, I will say, yes, they've done well at home, but Liverpool, Spurs, and Chelsea have been in awful form. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, and they've won 5 games in the league. I don't think it's underestimating them to say our team with this squad with our full team, which I think what James is saying, should be able to beat these even at the City ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I expect to see like a Maguire come in and maybe a Fred for an Ericsson, for example.
Yeah.
Or maybe, something like that. Or maybe Garnacho gets a start in this game, but not too many changes. I'm not going to expect to see Elanga and Garnacho and Amenu and everybody. Not in this game. I can't see it happening. We have to play.
And it shouldn't.
Rashford. Yeah, exactly. Weghorst might play, probably will play.
I would have thought he would play, yeah.
And Anthony will play. I'm quite sure. This is the thing. So where does Garnacho come? Where does he come in?
I mean, listen. No, you don't. I'm being impatient, Dave. I'm being impatient to get Garnacho into the team. Sorry, but the manager's doing it right. Slowly introducing the young kid, giving him his minutes here, giving him his minutes there. And I think you're right. As much as I want to see him play, the only way I'd bring Garnacho in is if you don't play Weghorst, you play Rashi through the centre, Anthony on the right, Garnacho on the left for the start. Yeah. And I don't think Garnacho is it's not a weaker player. It doesn't weaken our team bringing Garnacho into the start. Yeah. So, yeah.
I totally agree there. But just to remind you guys, the first leg of the other tie happened last night, and Newcastle won 1-0 away from home. Obviously, they scored before the red card as well. And so they're buzzing, going into St. James's Park next week, looking to just finish things off. So if we can do our job, then we're probably setting up a tie with our closest rivals in the league right now. So that's gonna be a tough one, by the way. That ain't no given. We ain't won European this EFL Cup. Even if we do get through this round, it ain't just we're gonna win it now. Because Newcastle are no joke, mate. They ain't lost no games in the league. They've lost one game. Bare draws, but they've only lost one game. So that's just something, we got to think about it. We really got to go for it. And I know Ten Hag's gonna do the right thing anyway. So, but look, Garf, who are you gonna go with? Talk to me about who your starting 11 will be against this team at the City ground. Remember, it's away from home.
I think I would throw Butland in there. I think I don't even play the game yet, has it? I don't know. I think you do put your second or third choice goalkeeper, be it Heaton or Butland. I'm not going to choose between two, but one of them. And then for me, it's the full strength team that we can put out. Nathan, apart from a cut, I would start Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I would start. Do you know what that is? No. Do you know what? I'd throw Maguire in there as well. Actually, I would throw get him his minutes. I'd give Maguire, Martinez, Luke Shaw. Possibly Malacia, but I'd start with Luke Shaw, definitely. And then Casemiro, I would rest Ericsson, and I'd play Fred, Bruno Fernandes, Rashi on the left, Weghorst through the centre, Anthony on the right, mate. So the two, Maguire, second goalkeeper, and Fred is who I'm bringing in as the fresh lads here.
Right. I would go with, to be fair, I'd play anyone in goal. Not De Gea. I could put one of the other two, Heaton or Butland. I'll put Wan-Bissaka right back. I'll put Maguire at centre back. I'd give Martinez his minutes again, and I'll put Malacia at left back because he didn't play last game. That might be why they're looking to play him in this game. So I think he plays in this game because if he doesn't play in the next game because Shaw's back at left back, Martinez, Varane are back in. So I can see that happening at the back. I would actually start with Casemiro, Ericsson, and Bruno, and take off Ericsson later on in the game rather than bring him on. I want us to start strong in the middle and make sure that we win this game. Anthony, I'll give him another chance to play on the right because I just want him to do a job. But I won't take him off. I'll put him up top after Weghorst gets tired and we don't supply him any balls. I'll take him off and put Anthony up there. And then I don't know what I'll do with that. I just want to see him up there because that's my stupid idea that I brought. But yeah, I want to see Garnacho play. To be fair, Weghorst's got to play because he's come in and we've got to somehow get ourselves playing in that way. And this is a game where he should get more chances than any other games we played. So let's say Rashford on the left, Weghorst up front, Anthony on the right. That's as close to the strongest team you can pick, apart from Shaw and Varane getting a rest. I think they're the two that should get a rest, full rest. And then you want to bring on your likes of your Fred, your likes of McTominay if you have to, and take off whoever else who you think, Bruno, you're doing really well, we can take him off. So I think, yeah, that seems to be the kind of thing that I would do.
Yeah, I can see it, man. That's what I'm saying. As we're both saying, same as James saying, I don't want to see an old school like Fergie used to do, play like kids with like 77 on the back of their shirt and stuff. I'm like, well, who the hell? Kids I don't even know the name of. You know what I mean? I don't want to see that. But cup semi-final, we've got to take it as seriously as possible. And I just think, yeah, you rest a couple of players that doesn't impact your team like that. You know what I mean? So
right. So your predictions and goal scorers.
Oh, I haven't done that for once. Sorry, that's not up there. But I will go.
I'm putting mine
I'm gonna
right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 Man United. I'm going to go 2-0 Man United. And I'm going to go, do you know what? I'm going to go Weghorst getting one. And I'm going to go Rashi getting one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going with, I believe, I'm going to get a 3-1 victory away from home. And with the strongest 11s playing, I think Rashford gets a goal again. Anthony gets another goal because he'll get a chance today. He probably won't play well, but he'll probably get a goal. And I'll see Weghorst getting a goal, hopefully. He's got to get a chance someday. Like, 3 games, no chances. Like 3 games, no goals, that's fine. But 3 games, no chances? That don't make no sense, man. It's about time he gets a chance. And surely we will play football well enough to get him a chance. So I think that will happen. Yeah.
Mate, it must be like I only played up front a few times, like central striker, mate. And honestly, if you don't get no ball, it's the most boring time in the world. Like it's the most boring time because, and then that's I suppose where you show the real professional level. Because mate, by 35 minutes into the game, I'm just standing there like, all right, sweet. I'm going to have my half-time orange now, mate. Yeah, like I'll see you boys back down the pub. Like, oh, a long ball. You want me to chase that, do you? All right, sweet, mate. Yeah. Oh, look, I didn't get it because it's 50 feet in front of me, mate. Like, yeah. So it must be well frustrating for him, bro. You know what I mean? So, and when you don't play the people's strength, when you don't play the people's strength, everyone on my team knew that my game was off the back of the shoulder pace, just run past the man. Oh, here you go, ball to feet, Garf. See what you can do with that, mate. I've got no ball control. Oh, it's gone. They've scored. There's a surprise for that. Yeah. So, yeah, it must be infuriating. So, because I suppose also someone like Weghorst, he notices his chance to impress Man United, and he's getting nothing. It's just like, please. Just want to give you something.
It's a nightmare, isn't it? It's a nightmare for him at the minute because, as you say, he can't pick up the ball and do bits on his own. He's not that kind of player. So we have to supply him a certain way for us to actually start appreciating what he's actually good at. I was arguing with my son yesterday. I said, listen, he goes, you said Weghorst is good. I said, yeah, he's good. He goes, you said he's good at heading. I said, yeah, he's a good header of the ball. I didn't say he's good at winning the ball. They're 2 different things. Yeah. If you put the ball on his head, he can direct it very well. That's what I saw on my highlights. And I said he's good at holding up the ball, and that's what he's good at. They're the 2 things I noticed he's good at. And if the ball comes in the box, 6-yard box, he looks like he's good at controlling it and putting it in the corners and putting it in where he needs to put it to score. So that's what he's good at. I didn't say he's good as a player, like amazing player. And so he's trying to like get me up for words. And I'm like, no, don't try that. I know exactly.
You said he was the next Mbappe, Nate. You said he was
every time he touches the ball, because it's Martial that's out of the team, he is so beat up. Like, look at that. He's so poor. He's so slow. He can't move. Look at that. He just done nothing. Get him off. I'm like, listen, leave him alone. Let him have his time until, you know what? I can't judge him until we play him the ball and he doesn't score.
And he doesn't do anything with it. Yeah.
He's not there. Like, you can't judge someone like that for the way the type of football he plays, unless you give him the chances. That's why I'm judging Anthony now, because he's had ample opportunity one-on-ones, standing with his man, and he's trying to take him on, and then he can't. So I'm like, okay, that's not what you can do then. And that's what I'm saying. Until that happened, a number of times, I couldn't say anything. So, yeah.
100%. Listen, we all know that an all-firing Martial is a handful and much better than Weghorst. But funny enough, it's just popped up on my phone. Apparently, an injury expert has come out and said that Ten Hag will very much regret playing Martial in the Manchester derby. Apparently, Anthony Martial went to him even though he had a niggle and begged him to play, and he's put him in the team. And now they're saying, although it's not a major injury, we're looking at 3 weeks still for Martial. So.
Martial, what's wrong with you, lad? What is wrong with you? I need to know what your injury is so I can say something. I can't say anything right now.
Are we getting into the stage of like an Owen Hargreaves situation where it's not just injury, it's like tendonitis or something? You know what I mean? Like one of those. Yeah,
We don't know
in the
until we
Achilles,
know, innit?
mate.
It's like
Tendonitis in the
come out.
Achilles, mate, must be horrific, bruv. It must be horrific.
Mate, I'm telling you, like it hurts when it's a player who who can do so much better,
Yeah,
and they're not providing that, and they're injured, and you don't even know what's wrong. Like, and you're just wondering, like, why you just not do it? Well, yeah, you're injured, but what's your injury? Please tell me. So anyway, let's look forward to this game. And game at 8 o'clock. We will be back on at 10:15 with the match reaction. Thanks a lot, Garf. Thanks a lot, people, for joining.
Pleasure.
And then we'll see you guys later on today, hopefully with a W. Peace out.